Of course, one of the great stories about truce at Christmas time is the famous story of the soldiers at the Battle of Belleau Woods in France in 1916, when both German and Allied soldiers kind of spontaneously put down their arms and declared a truce. It started from the German side with the offering up of some Christmas carols. Then there was an impromptu exchange of gifts, a meeting in no man's land, a soccer game that kind of grew out of this whole festivity, and then after 24 hours of peace went back to war again. Many years after the event, it's been immortalized in song by British folklorist John McCutcheon in a poem, I'll call it, although it is a song they will allow me to sing. Apparently it says right in my union contract, no singing. No, that's the other Alan's job. Anyway, this one is called, Christmas in the Trenches, and as I say, it was a ballad, a folk ballad written by John McCutcheon, and it celebrates the famous battle at Belleau Woods. My name is Francis Tower. I come from Liverpool. 2 years ago, the war was waiting for me after school. From Belgium to Flanders, Germany to here, I fought for king and country I loved dear. It was Christmas in the trenches, and the frost so bitter hung. The frozen fields of France were still, no Christmas songs were sung. Our families back in England were toasting us that day, their brave and glorious lads, so far away. I was lying with my messmates on the cold and rocky ground when across the lines of battle came a most peculiar sound. Says I, now listen up, me boys. Each soldier strained to hear, as one young German voice sang out so clear. He's singing bloody well, you know, my partner says to me. Soon, one by one, each German voice joined in harmony. The cannons rested silent, and the gas cloud rolled no more, as Christmas brought us respite from the war. As soon as they were finished and a reverent pause was spent, God rest ye merry, gentlemen, struck up some lads from Kent. The next thing sung was Still Night. 'Tis silent night, says I, and in two tongues one song filled up that sky. There's someone coming toward us now, the front line sentry said. All sights were fixed on one lone figure, trudging from their side. His truce flag, like a Christmas star, shone on the plain so bright as he bravely trudged unarmed into the night. Then one by one on either side walked into no man's land. With neither gun nor bayonet, we met there, hand to hand. We shared some secret brandy, and we wished each other well. And in a flare-lit football game, we gave each other hell. We traded chocolates, cigarettes, and photographs from home. These sons and fathers far away from families of their own. Young Saunders played the squeeze box, and they had a violin, this curious and unlikely band of boys and men. Soon, daylight stole upon us, and France was France once more. With sad farewells, we each began to settle back to war. But the question haunted every heart that lived that wondrous night. Whose family have I fixed within my sights? It was Christmas in the trenches. The frost so bitter hung. The frozen fields of France were warm. The songs of peace were sung. For the walls that kept between us to exact the work of war had been crumbled and were gone forevermore. Well, my name is Francis Tolliver. In Liverpool I dwell. Each Christmas comes since World War I. I've learned this lesson well. The one who calls the shots won't be among the dead and lame. And on each end of the rifle, we're all just men the same.